Hey guys, welcome back to the Warcamp Broadcast, where we talk about all things Return of Reckoning. I'm Serj, joined as always by my buddy Bank.
What's going on, everybody?
Today's episode is one that's going to get us in a lot of trouble. We're going to have, I'm sure, a lot of comments, probably some angry ones. We're doing a tier list of the Destro Warband careers.
All right, everyone's got their shotguns loaded, got their pitchforks and the torches. Very excited. I know every one of you has an opinion about this. I look forward to hearing it, but you haven't even heard our criteria yet.
Not yet.
You know, because
over
we're with our criteria, I think it's very objective. It's very clear. This is the definitive list.
But let's set some expectations right up front, right? This is a Warband tier list. It's not 66. It's not solo roaming. It's not for scenarios. It's not PvE. I would have a completely different list for PvE. Warband play, open RVR, organized, and pugs. So this is for your warbands. A career that is a monster in small scale can sit low here, but it does not mean that the career is bad. It just means that we don't think it is fit for warband play. It's not fit for the ranking that we're currently doing.
That's right. And again, the number one thing on this channel is play for fun. This isn't a do not play list. This is just us having a little bit of fun with it, talking about our opinions objectively, of course. But
As
talking about our
objectively
opinions as perfectly objectively, actually.
Yeah.
You know, but what we've been saying all these episodes, it still stands. Just play what you enjoy. One player is not the one that's going to make the entire difference, you know, in the war. Even if you're ultra sweaty, take all of this with a grain of salt and just have some fun with it. So this is really just what a particular career or each of the Destro careers brings to the warband and where it kind of stands. Nothing more. We're just having a little bit of fun.
Yeah. We're also going to be honest about our biases. Bank leads warbands, so he's grading them from the warband leader's chair, what he wants to see when he's calling a fight. Everybody knows that I made a chosen, and I've played a lot of ranged and melee Squig Herder, so you already know where I'm probably going to rank those.
He hasn't said a single word yet. I know where some of this stuff is going. But to be fair, if you've been looking at Serj's footage, you know this guy is nuts. He's really good. So I don't know if that's fair. Some careers played by a great players might be a little bit overranked. So we have criteria.
Well, you know, before we even go into the criteria, a good player is going to break this list. Like,
yeah,
we're just ranking the list based off of what the class brings, not what the player brings.
Yeah, excellent point. Honestly, Serj, thank you. Before that, I was even having a conversation in our Discord about roles, mains, and alts, and I specifically said I would rather bring a good player 100%. Into any role on any class. I'd rather bring a good player than somebody surfing the meta.
A meta surfer is never ever going to be at the top tier. Okay, not never. It's gonna take a while. Like, if you don't like the way a class plays and it doesn't sit well with you, you're not gonna spend as much time and effort trying to learn how to play that correctly. But if you like it, you're gonna get better at it faster. I mean, it's just the way it goes. If you're having fun, you're going to get better at it. If you're not having fun, you're not going to care. This isn't a job, guys. This is supposed to be something you come home from your job to do for fun. So if you're surfing the meta, I only say that to piss off Bank, then
it works.
Then just play for fun, please. Anyway, go ahead.
This got real on a tier list episode. I could not possibly agree more with you. I couldn't possibly agree more with you. I think I've had that experience with my Zealot, where it just was not clicking. I wasn't understanding the class, if I'm being upfront. That was a me issue for sure.
Well, it's easy.
And it wasn't clicking for me.
That's easy to do on a class that you have little experience with, or don't have somebody to draw their draw from their experiences. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
if you play something longer and you start fitting with it better. But yeah, I think it's easy.
I think I went in with my own assumptions, and we're going to be clear about. I went in with my own assumptions about what I thought and knew how it worked, and that wasn't it at all. And yeah, it was a good learning experience. So hopefully, if anything, folks just looking at their own careers or maybe other careers, or thinking of leveling a few alts or whatever, this will be very helpful. Basically, okay, so that's enough of the preamble. I think we're
We haven't even started talking
um
about it. All right, let's go over the
okay,
criteria. Okay,
we've got
so
four criteria.
we got 4.
um
We wanted to make this as objectively as possible without getting too emotional. But you know what? Our biases are going to carry over. Sorry, not sorry. So
Sorry, not sorry.
we're scoring everything on these 4 criteria. Okay, a career does not need to be strong in all 4 to land high. Some of the best warband picks are one-dimensional, and that one dimension can be quite enormous. So the 4 criteria, and we'll go over them, but the 4 criteria are how easy they are to play, how high their skill ceiling is, how big of an impact they have on the warband, and how much utility they bring, whether it's baseline utility or something that they can spec into.
Yeah, these are all things that we've kind of mentioned before and possibly skimmed. We're going to have a little bit of fun with it today. So ease of play, that's your skill floor. A career that's easy to pick up, a new player coming in, maybe contributing to a pug warband. How much mechanics does it have? How much layering does it need? How many active buttons does it have? That comes into a factor. And how punishing are mistakes on this career? Does messing up one GCD cost you your entire DPS opportunity? Or is it like, yeah, it's not that bad, I'll get you in 1.5 seconds, right? Those are important, and those situations exist. Yeah. Want to talk a little bit about the skill ceiling, Serj?
So the next criteria is the skill ceiling. That's how much effort goes into learning the class, how well you can dominate the battlefield when you become really good with this class. Some classes skill ceiling is so incredibly high that even if you've been playing the game for a while, you're still not at the top play of that class. So the gap between what a good player and what a great player can do on this career will come into play. How much does the mastery actually change the output of this career? Some careers cap out very quickly, like you've been playing for a couple of weeks and you're just kind of existing in the warband field, and you're doing everything that career can bring. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just there's no more that you can do with that career, and you're already bringing everything, which can be great. There's Chosen comes to mind.
Yeah.
And whether the career has tricks up their sleeves that separate top players from your average player, weaving in and out of stances, placement of abilities, and timing of abilities.
Yeah. And by the way, what Serj was saying with around like, hey, you've topped out in this career, he wasn't saying that as a negative, right?
Absolutely.
I think it's a good thing. And to go back to what we were saying earlier, is like, this is a game, right? You might not want to log on one evening and say, man, I'm going to have 180 AP actions per minute, right? Ooh, here we go. You might have had a really long day at work or something. You're like, hey, you know what? I can reach full mastery with this career without having to do too much. Maybe that's what I feel like playing tonight. And that's cool. That's fine. Next is Warband Impact. I think this is the most objective of them all. How much impact is it causing? Like, what does it look like when that career is played well? Will it stand out in its role or is it gonna kind of blend into the rest? Are they gonna carry a fight, contribute to the fight, or what happens if that particular career is missing in the warband? What are you going to be missing out on?
Do you notice they're gone?
Yeah. The way I think about it, especially informing warbands, is like, if I have one slot left, which career would I pick? What would round me out? What do I
White
need?
Lion.
Right? A white. I mean, always, obviously. Just pounds, 360 AoE. Come on.
Too bad we played Destro. All right. So, the last one is utility, as I said. What kind of debuffs they bring, crowd control, buffs, morale pumps, AP pumps, morale drains, AP drains. The things that do not show up on a DPS meter. The one thing that everybody cares about that we think doesn't matter is your damage numbers. Well, it matters. It's just there are a lot of other things that you need to be worried about. Top damage doesn't mean anything if you don't bring anything else and you're not getting kill damage. But we've talked about that before. Coverage of things in a warband cannot function without. Let me say that again. If you do not bring heal debuffs, armor debuffs, pulls, or peels, how much does that impact the warband? Whether the utility is unique to the career or something that somebody else can bring is also important. So if you have, say for instance, a Choppa pool, is that Choppa pool going to be missing if you have somebody else that can do the same thing?
That's such a cool example. I want to jump into it right away.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
Oh my god, that's such a cool example. Yeah, it's true. Because anyway, let's go in order of things. I like to do things in order, even though we're Destro. Yeah.
Well, by order, we'll start with tanks.
Yes, we do think we're very clever, and we know you all agree. That's great. So first one you got there is the Blackguard.
Blackguard.
Oof.
We've
gone on record multiple times with Blackguard.
I think a Blackguard, a good Blackguard player, can be easily top tier. The problem is most people don't know how to play Blackguard. The people that know how to play it. Say that again?
That's ease of play.
Right. So if you go through the criteria, the skill ceiling is incredibly high. The skill floor is a lot higher than the other two Destro tanks. And the impact that a Blackguard brings, all of the tanks bring a lot of the same core mechanics, but a good Blackguard can top those protection numbers if they're swapping their guard targets and their Dark Protector like all of the time, and buffing, they bring a lot of buff. So like Chosen just throws it's set and forget. This is a lot more active, but it has a lot more high skill ceiling playability. The impact, however, I feel like Blackguard doesn't. If you don't have a Blackguard, the only thing you're missing out here is the utility for the Witch King and the Crimson Death. Okay, so those are two big abilities that only the Blackguard brings. So are you going to be missing out on those if you do not have a Blackguard? I don't know, Bank, what do you think?
Wouldn't say I've been missing it, Serj. You've touched on everything. You really have, right? I think ease of play and skill ceiling go together. Warband Impact and utility go together as well, right? talking about prot numbers, yeah, Blackguard can definitely top out. Will a new Blackguard, newly minted RR60 Blackguard doing well? They're in Vank, they've got the gear. Will they do as well as same skill level player as a Chosen? No. Dark Protector is amazing. It's off GCD. It's a lot. Placing it on the right target at the right time.
It takes a lot of practice to.
Yeah.
Your situational awareness has to be impeccable.
The other thing is hatred is not just a spendable resource. It keeps you alive.
It's not. You can't build. It's not a builder and spender. It's a builder, sure, and you do use it for certain abilities, but you can't treat it as a builder and spender, because the more hatred you have, the more defenses you have, and you stay alive longer. So you have to know when you can and cannot use hatred. So just building and spending, you're playing like a DPS, and that doesn't make you an effective tank.
Agreed.
So where do you think it would go?
We've got that.
I'm sorry. Am I skipping ahead?
We're still really excited here.
I am. I want to put it somewhere.
I want to hear your opinion about this, but I just want a couple more things, because you obviously for the Witch King. For the Witch King's another one, that Warband Impact along with skill ceiling here. It reduces cooldowns by 5 seconds. Okay, but popping it at the right time, getting enough hatred to pop it at the right time very quickly before Warband. I'll give you this example. It lasts 10 seconds. Let's think of it with something like Sork's Disastrous Cascade, or even Fury of the Green, or Wild Chopping. These are things it synergizes well with. Those are all 5-second cooldowns. Big Bouncing's another perfect one. But if you miss and the DPS in your party pop it before, they've got a 5-second cooldown. It will not reduce existing cooldowns. And you've just lost half of your Witch King. And now, instead of being able to do 4 big bouncings, the person can do 2 at best. That just cut it by half, the effectiveness by half. And that's just the timing of popping it at the right time. Also, 5-second single target knockdown, insane at 100 hatred. Serj was saying, you got to manage that hatred. You got to be at 100 when you're ready to do that. Check immunities, etc. I love having a great Blackguard in my party. The impact is massive. The protection numbers are massive. But what's going to hurt it here in our tier for me is the ease of play and incredibly high skill ceiling. All the moves are right. It's got all the right components. It looks cool AF. Not cooler than the Chosen, but very cool AF for a Dark Elf.
So
I would put it in B.
Oh.
Maybe A. Low A.
Okay,
Low A is where I'm landing. Low A.
I'm gonna say that based on our criteria, that yes, I think that it falls in A. In the right hands, it is S+. But
guaranteed, yeah.
We're basing this off of the average player, and like I said, I feel like most people do not know how to play a Blackguard correctly. So we're gonna put it in A.
Yeah, this is an objective tier list, right? Remember, objective science.
I've seen a good Blackguard, and they are insane. I've also seen plenty of bad ones. So
yep.
Because it's so difficult to play, we're gonna put it in A. That doesn't make it a bad tank. It just means that it takes a lot more effort to get up to.
In the hands of an amazing player, S+.
All of these would be S+ in the hands of an amazing.
Some of these. Some of them.
All right. Next one on the list is Black Orc.
My thematic favorite. Thematically, I love
thematically, it is one of the coolest, like, green skins in this game. Absolutely adore all of them. Yeah. I've never played a Choppa though, but absolutely adore green skins. I've been told I should. I'm just too scared to do so.
I'll tank for you. I'll tank on my BO.
Okay, thanks. So, let's talk about the criteria, right? Ease of play. It's way easier to play than a Blackguard. But you have to remember it works a little bit differently than the Blackguard's Dark Protector, in that your your defensive target will get buffed. Dark Protector is placed on anybody and they get buffed. So it's an ability you have to place on somebody to buff them. The Black Orc has one less step. You just select somebody in your warband and your defensive target will get those buffs. So it's a little bit easier to play because you just click on them and they now are buffed. So I think that makes it a way easier class to play. It also brings some really cool utility. It basically brings a free, better Sov speed with, what is it called? Wiesbigger and the tactic that goes with it.
Line Cracker.
Line Cracker. When you have Line Cracker, CC immunity. Huge. Without a Black Orc,
so
I mean, there's
CC
a lot of things you can't
comes
do.
from Wiesbigger. Line Cracker gives you the
right.
30%
Okay,
movement speed.
You're right.
Yeah.
Line Cracker, you're right. I had him backwards, but still, together, that is a very potent combo. And there's not another class on Destro that brings that. I mean, any tank can bring Sov speed, but not the CC immunity.
And CC immunity is huge. A couple of questions I had for you as a tank, Serj. Number one thing I see from Black Orcs is the confusion. What is your defensive target? That's the person you're guarding, right? No.
Your guard target is a person in your party. It can only be a person in your party. Not your warband, not out of party. And you can guard anybody except for yourself that's in your party. A guard target, all it does is it reduces the amount of threat that they generate and redirects it to the tank, and it reduces the amount of damage that the player takes, and it sends 50% of the damage to the tank. That's it. Your defensive target is a player that is on the same faction as you that you have selected as a target. Your offensive target is the enemy, the person that you're attacking. Your defensive target is somebody that, if you were a healer or somebody that you're buffing, that you apply these buffs and heals to. It's a friendly target.
Perfect.
Does
and
that
again,
answer?
this is the number one thing I hear from, my guard target is getting these buffs. No, they're not.
No.
And if you have nobody selected,
is not the same as your... Yeah, if you have nobody selected, you're just buffing yourself and nobody else. Yeah. So you're actually missing half of the utility from your class mechanic.
Correct. Now, Black Orc is very, very active on the keyboard. It's constantly changing stances.
But so it changes
do you feel
automatic.
Like Plan B is a required add-on?
Required, no. Heavily, highly, extremely recommended, yes. If I was going to do a tier list for add-ons, I would put Plan B in S. S tier, like highly, highly, highly recommended. But
that's an idea for a future episode.
Yeah. It's not, I don't think you have to have it, but oh my god, does it make things so much easier.
I don't think I'd be having as much fun on my Black Orc if
absolutely
I
not.
hadn't downloaded Plan B.
If I didn't download Enemy for guard swaps and Dark Protector swaps, and I didn't download Plan B and guard line, I don't think I would still be playing this game. So, add-ons that make your life easier whenever there's so much ability bloat, it's just...
That's it, because it has so many abilities, right? Like,
it does.
You save yourself some hotkeys when you do that because it switches bars. So ease of play. It's big.
It's easier to play.
It's a big target. It's definitely easier to play.
It's more fun to play.
I love all the black, like every single black orc that role plays. Thank you. You make this
Absolutely.
server so much more fun. We
Green
love you.
skins
Like
that
it's
roleplay are the
so much more
best.
fun. Um, Ease of play, I think, with changing the plan, you can get to where you want to go fast if you have a plan in your mind.
Yeah, changing to plan is actually off the GCD as well. So if
Yeah,
you time it correctly, every couple of stances you can get into the best plan like instantly. You can engage into best plan if you pop rock ard the change into plan, and then all of a sudden you are into best plan and you are ready to go.
yeah, that's 1.5 seconds before you can pop your Wheeze Bigga. You have it on demand. And Wheeze Bigga, like it's 10% damage reduction for your party with line cracker slotted 30% move speed and 5 seconds of CC immunity, 6 seconds, 5 seconds.
It's enough.
Um,
It's enough to push across a bridge. It's enough to hold
yeah,
the line so you don't get everybody knocked back. I mean, it's enough.
it lets your party do some crazy things that like otherwise you couldn't do. Skill ceiling, you've got the AoE punt, right? That'll make or break a group. AoE punt is truly an incredibly powerful skill. It's one that you have to learn to use. You
Oh,
have to learn to
please,
use in the
God,
right
don't spam it.
situations. Please don't. In
I'm
this week's
sorry.
warbands, we've had a couple of situations where people got punted moves, and I love my tanks for it in that they'll say, "Hey, it's my bad. I misread that situation," or I fat fingered that button. It's all fine. Just call it out,
Yeah,
like,
learn from your
and
mistakes.
warband leads, don't lose your shit, please. Like, don't like
Who just
don't
bunted
go
their front
yeah, don't
line?
create that environment where now nobody wants to raise their hand and say, "Hey, I made a mistake." Don't do that, please. Like, PSA to warband leads. We'll have warband leader episodes in the future for sure. um Impact, impact of rock hard, Wheeze Bigger, the buffs, defensive buffs, if you're using them, I think that the quality of the buffs and you being able to click your defensive target speaks to the skill ceiling.
Yeah, it
um
does have a higher skill
Tons of
ceiling
debuffs.
than chosen, but it's definitely not as hard as Blackguard.
It has a lot of defensives built in, right? That's like Blackguard, you have to learn to do them as you level up and progress in your gear. Whereas, like, oh, you want tons of block on your Black Orc? Cool, it's just slot a tactic. you know, I'm oversimplifying. There's a lot of skill to it. Um, but definitely the amount of debuffs, the punts, the AoE punt, the utilities there, like they're the only ones that bring an AoE punt. um they've got a few tricks here and there early on. We have suggested, for new tanks to slot and pick up, what is it, can't hit me, I think, can't hit me,
I don't
um
remember.
the one you're channeling the shield.
Okay, yeah, the 50% block. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
can't
would
hit me.
definitely recommend that.
And then none shall pass is on Blackguard. We definitely suggest picking that up as you're leveling. Don't do it when you're already out of position because you'll die anyways. um Honestly, let's talk about the real greatest ability that the Black Orc has for a sec before we rate it. Right in the Ghiblies.
I
Okay,
was gonna mention that earlier, but yeah,
it's just
it's such a funny thematic name, and you know what it does? It is a it's an interrupt. It
it is.
knocks the target back slightly, but it doesn't actually prevent them from. It doesn't give them CC immunity.
No,
It's just an.
and it
It's
does CC them for a
basically
second. That
it
interrupt is a
slightly
CC.
does CC. It's a very short CC, but it's a almost on demand interrupt that you can just spam over and over and over again and just
Yep.
keep a healer or whoever is casting locked down.
Yep.
I mean,
four
what's not to
second
like?
4 second single target silence that they have. Rock hard, great opener, doesn't require a target for you. um Gives a shield to your entire party. Gotta love it. um based on ease of play, I think we're getting close to being able to rate this thing. Based on ease of play, based on skill ceiling, and most definitely utility, and the fact that they're green. I'll let you place this one first because I want to see what you think.
I think that this one also falls into A. Like in the hands, like I said, in the hands of a amazing player, these would be S. But based on our criteria, ease of play, skill ceiling, that it's gonna drop it down because it has. You actually have to pay attention.
Yeah, complexity.
You can't just smash buttons. The
same
impact
criteria, I would say this one's an A plus. I agree with you. You know, perhaps low S, but definitely an A plus. Whereas like Blackguard would be low A simply for the accessibility, right?
Yeah. So I'm gonna put it above Blackguard, but they're still on A.
I like it. I like it. And we're putting them order in the tier. I love it. This truly is the greatest objective warband tier list. We're moving on. Personal favorite, definitely one of the coolest looking classes in the game, Chosen.
Chosen has some of the coolest looking gear, but that's not on our criteria for what makes a
well. Okay, let's be clear. Rule 0 is always the rule of cool.
Yeah. Based on that alone, it's S tier.
Absolutely.
So we were talking about the ease of play and the skill ceiling, and Chosen's ease of play is, as long as you don't forget to guard and you don't forget to put on 3 auras and you just stand in the warband, you've done your job. Taunt whenever you see a white lion spinning. Go peel for your healers. Challenge whenever you see your buff head doesn't have a challenge active on your enemies. Keep up your suppression. Or no, oppression. I always get them mixed up.
Oppression.
Keep up oppression and suppression, basically. It's just there's no real what is it called? Ability to
I think you're simplifying just because you're so good at Chosen.
I don't think I am, but
I knew you were going to say that, but I still think you are. And I think you're, so I agree with what you said, right? But there is more to it, right? Yes, a good Chosen, because they'll have a lot of Path of Corruption abilities, have a couple auras up for corruption. Their oppressions, the suppression given by oppression will go a lot further. It'll stay up longer. Bane Shield is a massive ability, right?
It can be used back to back too.
Thorns, like you reflect some damage back and you give a giant shield. And then, so be careful because oppression doesn't stack with who's bigger. So, you know, watch your buffs and stuff. But like, oppression's going to be rolling defensively. Now, the skill ceiling, again, I do agree with you, but the skill ceiling part is like, if you're going to spec into Quake, learn to use it. It's very situational, but it can be really strong.
It's amazing utility if your warband is ready for it.
Yeah, well, that's the skill ceiling part, right? Yeah. But here's another thing that I'll say is because it's got less active buttons, Chosen has a really important job, which is positioning themselves, getting the debuffs out, getting the oppression, and hold the line.
To be fair, all tanks have hold the line.
Sure, but most tanks should be too busy to be able to do it all that much. And so that's where bringing in a Chosen is...
Yeah. Most of the time, they're going to be cycling through their buffs and debuffs. Chosen's buffs and debuffs are just on by default. So... You're right.
And I mean, how many people in the lakes are getting rolled by warbands of Bright Wizards? Well, you know what hold the line gives you? Disrupt.
Yeah, it's 15% for your people behind you, but it's 40% for the tank itself. So you become quite the shield wall if you're
And really,
utilizing
hold
it
the line
correctly.
stacks 3 times. That's 45%.
Yeah. So if you have
It's
3
massive.
chosen holding the line,
With Bane shields, oppressions up in their parties, all that good stuff. Like like in terms of utility, when you think about it, Chosen doesn't bring a mass amount of utility outside of their auras. You can have all sorts of auras, right? Increase cast time, heal debuff, blah 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 blah. Chosen who coordinate and do those auras right maximize the warband output. Um, but outside of that, like positioning becomes key. Getting the most people as you can without getting yourself exploded. Under your hold the line. That's huge, right? Sure, if you're a lobby chosen, you can come off the line and channel. Turn around and channel to the people behind you who are on the front line.
yeah, you don't even have to be on the front line to hold and channel. You just stand with your healers and then just protect everybody behind you, and it still gives them the same buff. So if you're getting killed as a lobby tank and you're holding the
Stack up.
line, you can still
It doesn't have
everybody.
to be the line. You can hold a line. You just
Yeah.
decide where the line is.
Yeah. It's just everybody behind you. That's really all that matters.
Um,
All right, guys.
Chosen.
I mean,
Yeah.
I know where I want to put it, but
Where?
based on
Okay, so you did the last one. I'm gonna say
Okay.
this one is S tier.
I was gonna put it there as well.
Yeah.
Just because of the ease of play and the skill ceiling is lower. It's easier for people to get into, and you can maximize the warband a lot quicker. The impact that you have over the on the overall warband and the amount of utility that it brings. I mean, if you're missing,
And how quickly you can achieve doing that, right?
if you're missing chosen, I mean, like you said, you're missing a lot of auras, and some of those auras are they're really good, and the other tanks don't bring some of those.
These days, when we're lower
Debuffs.
on chosen, what I'm really missing is the hold the line, like the massive defensives. I'll be honest, I forgot everything we said. I rated it S tier just on the rule of cool.
Well, I went back through and made sure that everybody was able to understand why. So, all right, man. The next 3, I don't bring a lot of warband experience with. I can tell you what I like and dislike, but this is mostly going to be on you.
Okay. Well, I mean, as a tank, you get healed by healers, so I certainly know that you'll have an opinion on that. Okay, I'm gonna divulge my own bias. I love Doc. It's my second 80 in the game. I have all healers at 40. Have Warband healed on all of them. I've done a lot of Warband leading on Doc, so I'm just stating my bias. I'm very biased towards Doc.
To be fair, if we're basing these things on the best that they can achieve, then all 3 of these healers would be S tier.
Yes.
But if we're going off of our criteria, which I keep putting on my other monitor, ease of play, skill ceiling, the warband impact, and the utility, I would definitely say that Doc is hands down the hardest healer to master.
Ooh. You've played Zealot.
Dude, that's such an easy class.
You found okay. I didn't find it easy. I didn't find it easy. I know what you mean. I 100% know what you mean.
It doesn't have things, unless I've been playing it wrong, it doesn't really have things that interact and react with each other. Everything is pretty straightforward. You have your AoE hot, you have your single target hots, you have your single target smaller heals, your big heals, your buffs, but it doesn't play off of each other. You know what I mean?
I
One
know what you
thing
mean, and I
doesn't
thought that,
increase
and
the
I
other
discovered
thing.
that it wasn't.
What do you mean?
We'll talk about it when we get there. Okay. Okay.
Doc.
Doc.
Doc has, from what I
Everything.
understand, when you... I don't have a lot of experience with Doc, so I'll let you.
Okay. So, I mean, it's huge in your party. Huge.
That's what she said.
That is what she said. Do you really think you can go all day long? You've always left me satisfied and smiling. So obviously
really
you have the
hard.
covenants. Covenants are party wide. Just buff that's on. If you have 2 dogs, just have them coordinate. We'll strictly talk about the chalice spec. I'm gearing up my dog to do a little bit of shield work for funsies. I don't know where it sits right now.
The highest healing I've ever seen in a warband was a shield dog.
Yeah, it was Shep. It's Shep.
I mean, yeah, it was Shep.
insane.
It was Shep. He was an amazing shield dog.
So what it brings right through the spec, you've got group hot, which they're going to be these similar tools across. You've got a group hot on a 10-second cooldown. You've got a group shield on a 40-second cooldown. You've got a nice little, single target heal with a trailing hot. You've got a single target hot. You've got your 1-second cast huge heal, which is really huge. Easy enough when you're frontlining, and I guess the difficulty in terms of ease of use is that as you get King's Refreshment, you're now a frontline healer in a warband. And so you are close to the danger. Very close to the danger.
And we went over this in our healer podcast,
yeah.
right? When you have King's Refreshment, you move in and then you back out. It's a dance.
And I find that like the spammable King's Embrace, the spammable group heal, maybe this is my personal, but like it costs 60 soul essence. It burns out your soul essence pretty quickly. So when you're doing it like outside of the keep, trying to help your group keep alive, it's a very strong party healer. It is 100% the best anti-burst in the game because of King's Refreshment.
Okay.
On a massive amount of targets.
Those are some strong words.
The thing is, here's what I'll say. This is ease of use. Skill ceiling is a lot because you could you have 2 mandatory tactics. You have your discipline and you're bound by blood. You can't go any other way. As you get good, you're probably going to want to bring in Sacrificial Renewal. It's going to bump up your numbers. It's good on almost any healer. Potent Covenants could be good. I mean, I run that because the Covenants are actually pretty darn good. If you don't have a Zealot in your party, Khane's Vivification. So you've got a few things you can swap out. Strong party healer, good for other content. Is it hard to learn? I just find that you start learning the key abilities a little late, but that is going to be a recurring theme for all healers. I don't know if you'll have a strong reaction to this, but I would put it in A tier. High A tier for sure.
I do not have have a strong reaction. I don't think I can justifiably rate this one. So if you don't agree with me, that's fine. But if you don't agree with this, that's on Bank. So
don't at me in the comments, please.
Yeah,
or do. It's fine.
I don't have much I can say about this one, unfortunately.
Well, docs are the ones that are standing behind you that prevent everybody from exploding on the front line when they're doing a morale drop.
I feel like,
but that takes some skill. It doesn't happen at first.
Depending on morale choice and if they've been sitting on a burst shield like Zealot has.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to talk about Zealot.
So
But next on the
going
list,
to Shaman, Zealot is third.
greenies.
Yes, we love the green skins. Shaman is by far the most fun, in my opinion, healer to play. I just love the Gork and Mork mechanic. Super interactive, reactive. Um, uh, it does have a higher skill ceiling and a higher skill floor than, or it's harder to get into than Zealot, I think.
I think it's very squishy for a long time.
It is very squishy, but it is extremely potent. Probably without like if you have 2 players at the same skill level, not 2. If you have all players of all of the healers at the same skill level, then Shaman typically is going to be the number 1 healer in the warband. Now, if you have incredibly high APM players and incredibly good healers in your warband, then I mean, like I said, Shep was the highest healer numbers I've ever seen on a healer. But then talking about Zealot, we have friends in our guild that have done stupid protection numbers with Zealot. More protection with Zealot than tanks get. So, but going to Shaman, all things equal, typically I see Shaman have an easier time topping those healing numbers.
I love what you said there. I'm gonna hot take alert. Hot take alert.
Beto.
Oh, I think S tier players, Shaman will always come out on top of the healing output. Because you have an S tier player is going to roll hots
Strictly
and use
healing.
the perfect abilities at the perfect time. They're going to output massive numbers. Is it necessarily going to counter burst? Is it going to do this or that? No, it's not. And that's like
It extends
I'm starting
fights,
to set up
though.
where like I'm going to put, it does extend fights and it makes other healers' jobs a lot easier. At average player level, which is the level you'll see on a pug, Doc should win out. Doc should win out because it's so easy. Yeah, you run up and you channel Khaine's refreshment. Even if you die afterwards, you're gonna have put up such massive numbers. It's gonna be hard for others to keep up.
But can't Shaman do that from ranged?
They can if they're proactive, and that's to me a sign of an S tier player.
Okay.
That's the skill ceiling conversation, right? Ease of use, like for me, getting into Shaman is super fun, but all of a sudden, like the way that you have to manage your builder and spender, Gork and Mork, that's already one layer more
One of the
than
coolest
Doc, which
mechanics
is just
of any healer in any game.
Agreed.
And they did a fantastic job with the changes whenever they did the healer rework.
I love it. Like I started playing it and fell in love, and I was like, am I gonna like this better than Doc? I think I need to stop.
That's why I won't play Choppa.
I don't think so. One of the things that annoys me, and I just want to bring it up here, just because it drives me up the freaking wall, is that look at what I did, which is a seminal tactic for Shaman. I cannot find it anywhere on the ROR, career builder. Drives me insane. It's not there. Okay.
That's funny because I'm pretty sure that pulls from the API, but
it does, hopefully. But like, check me on it, viewers. Check me on it. Comment. Look at what I did. Is not in the freaking builder, unless I'm missing something so obvious. And I'll have egg on my face. I'm cool with it.
It starts with
so
an
in terms
L.
of abilities.
Okay.
It does.
All right. Where are we placing this on Bank?
I'm gonna either take a big W or a big L on this. Okay. We talked about the abilities. We've talked about them a lot on the I think setting up a good Fury of the Green is another, like that's another differentiator. It's a harder skill to set up. which speaks to skill ceiling and ease of use. Utility, it has some unique utility with sticky feats. We've talked about that a gazillion times.
One of the coolest.
The only potential insta-reser in the Warband, incredibly important. But again, important to coordinate. Bebop, player of the week. I got rezzed by Bebop so many times this week.
Dude,
it's a good luck charm for us in Destro.
He's insanely good at that.
Yeah. Sometimes you get punted, you die in the air, and before your body is even dropped, Bebop has rezzed you.
He's like,
it's
I got
crazy.
you. I got you. I feel like I think you're gonna put this in A tier.
I was thinking B tier.
Oh.
Because it's so squishy.
It is squishy.
Initial reflex of
it is squishy.
Ease of use and things like that. Initial reflex of a lot of new healers is going to be to congregate.
I want to disagree with you. I want to put it in A tier, but you got a lot more experience with it than I do.
I love it. We've been really clear in the hands of good players. Like the output is insane, but I think Doc is going to do a better job on average.
Bank lives at... No, I'm just kidding. You're going to get some hatred for that, sir. I'm going to get some messages. Shaman is not a B tier healer. Okay. But if we talk about our criteria, ease of play, skill ceiling, the Warband Impact, and the utility that it brings. Okay.
So Zealot.
X1.
We were kind of ready to talk about this one from the get-go here.
We probably should have just talked about it. Now,
I like that we did this because it's important to set up where the other two healers land to talk about Zealot.
So let's
in
go
our
over
healer episode. Like we said, Zealot is not going to top numbers, and
I mean, unless you're snuff bait.
Yeah, unless you're snuff bait, you're not going to top numbers.
But she's a 1 in a million player.
And this will speak to ease of use and skill ceiling. Once I've discovered and understood the interactions of Tzeentch's grip, the class came together for me. Tzeentch's grip, in my opinion, more than the rituals, more than anything, Tzeentch's grip is what makes Zealot.
Explain.
And for those of you that don't know what the Tzeentch's grip is, I will read out the tooltip for you, okay? It is a tactic that you have to purchase. It's in the Path of Dark Rites. Direct heals that you cast have a 25% chance to create a shield on your target that can absorb up to 712 damage over 10 seconds.
Okay.
Seems simple,
that is
right?
a lot to unpack.
A lot.
That's a lot to unpack. Okay. So what abilities count as a direct heal from a Zealot?
That's the ultimate question, is it not?
It's actually a shorter list. It's actually a shorter list if we just say which ones are not a direct heal.
Don't.
And there's only one.
None.
There's only one.
None. Which one?
It's basically anything that's a hot. If it is a hot that has...
Nope.
What?
That's what's... I tested it, and I sincerely hope I'm not...
Hold on. Well, let me finish what I was going to say. It's...
All right.
It's... If it is a hot, the initial impact of that hot counts as a direct heal. The remaining hot does not count as the direct heal. You do not get a buff off of just the hot after it has started ticking. Have you tested that?
I did. And unless I'm way out in left field, I've tested with other people. This is why, so what I wasn't understanding was, why do people love leaping alteration so much?
Because
I was like,
it's basically...
it's godlike.
Yeah, it's the only out of party heal that a Zealot has, other than direct heals. But it jumps to everybody in your warband and heals players based on a priority list of how much health they have left, I believe. It
Yeah.
is pretty potent.
So please check me in the comments. Please. But from what I have tested and the numbers that I've been able to put out on my RR41 Zealot, knowing these things and playing around Tzeentch's Grip, every tick of a hot can pop Tzeentch's Grip. Every single tick.
Okay, now that doesn't seem right. Are you sure it's only Tzeentch's Grip? I mean, it's only the hot that you had applied.
85% sure.
Okay, I'm gonna say that you're not wrong. I normally I've never actually tested it. I've always had my ritual placed. But there's more to it than the direct heal applying a shield on people.
Exactly.
Shields themselves do something, and it's the shield that makes Zealot so freaking powerful.
It
25% of all of the healing that they're doing is applying a shield, and shields do not allow crits to come through at all. They completely nullify crits. If you have 1 hit point left on your shield, then the crit will not land. It has to completely go through the shield first before you can start getting hit with crits.
That's how powerful it is.
Shields are insanely good in this game, and nobody does shields like Zealot. Shields have an on-demand, Zealots have an on-demand shield if they spec for it. And as we just found out, every single heal that a Zealot does, including the HOTS apparently, as well as their
now,
ritual.
It's not proccing, so like I'm frustrated.
Okay, well, I didn't think that it would proc on the HOT itself, just on the initial application of the HOT. But the ritual, every time it pulses every 3 seconds, every single time you cast a heal, those will have a chance to proc the shield, and then you have on-demand shielding, and then you have a single target shield. So like you have so much extra it's EHP, it's effective health, that a Zealot just dramatically extends the life expectancy of the people in their party. And you got to remember, Zealot is so freaking powerful because of shielding that all of their heals are party-wide heals. They took away their ability to do Warband AoE healing, except for that
Leaping
ability.
Alteration.
Yeah, Leaping Alteration. But they don't get to choose who it hits. It's a priority system. And
okay, so let me amend my stupidity. I tested it. The hot ticks do not, but as you said, the ritual pulsing does. It counts as a direct heal. That is my apologies, everybody. I know Doc also has a direct heals proc. That's on me. So I still think Zealot is massive. It's super strong. It's easy to make a very early impact with. Yeah.
As
and
long
you
as you put your ritual in the right spot, and you have that tactic, your job's basically done for your party. You can press other, but there's a lot more that you can do. But you have brought a lot of utility to your party just by placing your ritual and shielding your party members. So it definitely has a higher skill ceiling than people want to admit. The best healers in the world play Zealots, and they put everybody to shame.
Yeah.
However, we're not ranking this based on the top players in the world. How easy is it to play? How high is the skill ceiling? What's the impact? And as you can tell from all of the stuff that we just talked about, the impact is absolutely huge. One zealot per party, you're good. I mean, every single zealot is shielding their party members and keeping their own party members alive with those shields. It's insane.
Yeah,
I'm
and
gonna
the
say,
blessing of chaos, like blessing of chaos, it's nuts.
yeah. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say, because of all of this, that it's S tier.
I agree with you. I was worried you were going to disagree about the S tier. I was worried you were going to disagree.
I did say it was easy, but I don't know.
I think the juice that you get for the squeeze on Zealot is great. So, aside from my insane mistake, apologies. I should know what direct heals mean. Serj is absolutely correct. Thank you for checking me on that. Still strong with Tzeentch's grip. You're going to spam a fairly decent amount of Flash of Chaos. You know, I love the elixir of Dark Blessings for spot healing. It's amazing. And just one last point about that, we did rate it S tier. Partially S. So we've had some viewers mention AP problems. I haven't experienced that yet myself. I do use Restorative Burst, and I've had the opportunity to attack a fortress, and I put my ritual inside, pop supremacy as superiority as the everybody's coming in, and then I stand by the walls, and I did not run out of AP just pumping non-stop AoE heals, and it's got such a great AoE heal. I think with no gear right now, I'm critting for around 2,700. It's lovely. So definitely S tier. Definitely S tier. Right now we've got two chaos classes as S tier. We're chaos biased.
Well, I don't want to go too much into it, but I feel like those are the only chaos classes that'll end up there.
Ooh.
All right, so Witch Elf is next.
Oh boy.
The skill ceiling for Witch Elf, and it's such a versatile class. It's probably one of the most versatile classes in the game. I feel like the skill ceiling for Witch Elf is incredibly high, but the skill floor is also incredibly low. Anybody can get into playing a Witch Elf and just have fun. You can just smash buttons and kill stuff. But if you want to be really good at it, it takes a lot of skill and a lot of patience to learn how to play at a very high level. So like your room for growth is astronomical. So that right there, like really easy to get into, but incredibly hard to master. Right there puts it really high on my list. The impact that it brings to a warband. This has changed recently. If you have not been following the game development cycle, they just gave Witch Elves spammable AoE. They slot a specific tactic, and now they can spam slice and hit up to 24 players. And every couple of slices, they can use their combo finisher, I forget what it's called, that will do AoE damage up to 24 players as well. So very, very one. Good. Yeah, it actually looks pretty cool too, but very, very good damage. And there's still Witch Elves, so they can still go stealth and they can still go hit the back lines and put a lot of pressure on the healers. So their utility that they bring is locking down healers and locking down the casters in the back lines.
Plus anti-heal.
Yes.
Plus morale pump. Plus morale drain.
And crit if they have the morale for it.
So that's a lot of utility all of 1 second. What if I tell you that there are abilities that can morale drain, morale boost, and knock somebody down? Now what if I tell you that's all one ability called On Your Knees?
Yeah. It's not spammable, but it does have a pretty short cooldown. for something that's so powerful. And
But
short
in terms of
meaning not a
easy
couple
use
minutes.
and impact, like let's talk Warband Impact.
Are you
Getting that
going to
impact done.
Are you going to miss a witch elf if you do not have one in your warband? If you have
No.
0 witch elves in your warband, are you going to miss it? No, and that's the problem. That's why I feel like it's not going to get ranked in S or even A, because while it is incredibly easy to get into and it can be some of the best damage you have in your warband, the utility that it brings, it's not something that you can live without it.
I can get my morale pump from a shaman. I can get my morale drain from a Mara.
You can get AP.
No, that's not to say like
from a
Warband
Zealot.
leader hat on. 100% will bring a good witch elf. It's a lot of damage. It's a lot of utility packed in one. The anti-heal is absolutely insane. And if you've got a player that can pressure healers, ooh baby, you're gonna have a good time. You're gonna have a real good time.
And if you're that person that likes to pressure the healers, there you go.
There you go. And I think like you mentioned it very, very quickly, but like a good opener with Vehement Blades, what a cool name. But Vehement Blades increase, it's the same. So it's the same as Crimson Death you mentioned during Blackguard. That's a 2-handed Blackguard. 10% increase to crit. Like it does a lot and increases the kill potential of the warband. Being in position in stealth at the right time when the warband's going to hit super hard. Stealth is a 3-second cast time. That's no messing about. You can use your elixir to disappear, but then you've wasted your elixir and you've wasted the opportunity because your opener is 2 bloodlust instead of 1, and it gives you an AP, a 50% AP discount. I love Witch Elf. It's hard to get real good at it. It's very easy to pick up though. I think in terms of
definitely
cool
for
class
melee DPS. I think it's my most fun melee DPS. I mean, we're gonna get into more of that later, but thematically, scantily, very cool class. But
yeah.
I think, based on the topic, that how we're rating these things, I feel like this would be a B tier.
Yeah, I'll agree. B tier.
That does not mean that we do not love our witch elves. We absolutely adore our good witch elves, especially the warband spec ones. But they just...
if you want a fun class to go mess around and ROR in, Witch Elf, for sure.
There's a reason why everybody's running around on Witch Elf and a Witch Hunter right now.
I mean, you said it so well. It's just good design when you have something that's fun and easy to pick up, but hard to master. Absolutely. That's just good design.
Yeah. And it's the most versatile class in the game. Every single gear set in the game can be used for different situations.
Something cool. Yeah.
There's
gearing is more complicated.
There's no wrong way to gear a Witch Elf.
These are reasons that, I think it belongs in B, but the potential is massive, right? Just because when you have so many choices in front of you as an average player, it can be a little bit difficult.
Man, we're going to get some hate for this, bud. I'm just saying.
I think we've given enough love to somebody's got to be B tier, okay? That's just the way it is.
I mean, somebody's got to be D though, right? Witch Elf.
I already know what it's going to be.
White Lion. No,
White Lion all day.
White Lion all day. Okay. We're not going into the order. We got 5 left, so let's skip ahead. We'll go into Choppa. The Choppa main bank. The first melee DPS, the second melee DPS.
Do I have to step away from this conversation? I'm gonna get.
Well, here's the thing.
Heat.
I have never touched a Choppa. I created one. I've seen them being played. the numbers that a good Choppa can put out in all walks of life is insane.
Insane.
It's insane. But that's where my experiences stop. This is on you, bud.
We talked ease of use and skill ceiling. Ease of use, you want to get chopping, you'll chop. Lots of chopping, you'll slot it, you'll chop lots. It's in the name. A choppa will chop. There are a few issues. The issue of rage. So rage building and rage dumping. That's something you have to manage and understand. Recently, I consider it a nerf. I know that Choppa is still in a much better posture than Slayer. I consider it a nerf. Detaunt drops your rage. I like it in PvE. I hate it in PvE. No, I don't hate it in PvP. That's a lie. I'm detaunting because I want to live, and it's good that it dumps out my rage because rage stops me from living. But then you have to rebuild. You have to manage that. You have abilities that'll dump it. Normally you won't use them if you're running your warband spec. Terms of utility. Let's talk about, because the impact surge, I think you've measured it. It's true. You will have a massive amount of kill damage if you add a good healer and a guard. You have the opportunity to run off like an idiot. Don't do that. Choppa runs fast. Bear in mind. Don't forget to turn on your hurting time aura. Bear in mind.
Download guard pack so you can stay in range of your guard.
Please download guard. Please download guard pack. Please. This is coming from the warband lead that will actively run my entire warband into a Warcamp because I got the Choppa brains and I'm like, there's red targets. Gotta go a little crazy.
Must go
utility.
chopping.
You mentioned get to the Choppa. Get to the Choppa is insane. When I'm talking to my order friends, heck, I had Bombling. Bombling mentioned to me, he's like, hey, were you guys doing enough Choppa pulls? Because I don't feel like I got pulled enough. And I was like, man, that is not feedback that I get very often, and I love that.
I don't feel like I got pulled enough.
Choppa pulls is insane. You got. I play I play exhaustive blows, so I don't lose my. Excuse me. I play what rules? Exhaustive blows is what you use to dump rage. So my exhaustive blows don't dump my rage. So I can use things like a single target knockdown without losing rage, things like that. Choppa pull is probably the biggest utility. It's on a short cooldown. It gives you a movement buff. It's very dangerous in the open. It's very dangerous in sieges. It's dangerous all the time. You can use it to bait out and interrupt before you bring it on. You can use it as a full channel. It's got versatility. The damage layering is you're all bleeding into Furious Stomping into Bring It On. Those are your 3 layers. It's simple enough. I think it's massive impact. It's kill. It's got a lot of cool factor. I know that's technically not one of our pillars.
I feel like kill potential is utility because they can't kill you if they're dead.
Like that. That's see, you've got the Choppa brain. You're halfway there. You got everything you need.
I got something else. I got melee Squig Herder brain.
I love that. I just think that a lot of people, as they're leveling and experiencing it, discover the squishiness, and then don't realize that. Yeah. So that's another problem in ease of use and skill ceiling, because.
But the thing is we're talking about warband play. If you are in a warband, you have a guard and a healer. So that squishiness factor isn't necessarily something that you're going to be considering as heavily.
I agree with you, but we also said that we're looking at this from an average perspective and not necessarily just what happens if everyone's S tier in your warband.
Okay, I don't consider a guard placing their guard on a Choppa S tier. I'm just gonna throw that out there,
fair.
guys.
That's okay. For the kill potential alone, and I agree with you, killing is its own utility. Eliminating your enemies, being able to run into their healers and kill them is important and massive. Based on that, I would place Choppa S tier.
But we're not basing it just on kill potential.
Based on squishiness, average play. Heck, I'll add another criteria, but we're not really using it. Is order will look out for Choppa's massive. I think it belongs in S tier.
I agree. It does belong in S tier. It checks all the boxes. It's got the damage. It's got the utility. Yeah. It's got the Warband Impact. It's got the ease of use, and with a really good Choppa, its numbers are insane. So I feel like it's definitely S tier.
Yeah, you can't argue with results.
There's a reason why every warband has a couple Choppas.
Yeah. Let's jump to Marauder.
For sure.
Choppa. Oh, the utility king, Marauder.
Unfortunately, even though it would be a utility king because it brings great utility, how many Marauders do you want in your warband?
We're not meta chasers here, but because Serj knows what he's talking about here. He's setting me up, right? You can't just have a full warband of just Marauders, right?
You want to bet?
Well, I mean,
just everybody go Monstro.
Really,
just everybody go Monstro, and you don't have to have a healer or a guard. I'm just kidding.
Like, we didn't say it openly, but like, we are talking about AoE specs for the most part when it comes to the DPS, AoE melee specs. Because the single target Marauder is great. Personal bias out on the table. I love my Marauders. I love having them in the warband. I just find playing Marauders just so boring to me.
It is. AoE Marauder is boring to me as well. If you're going to go savagery or brutality, it's a lot more fun.
Yes, agreed. You've got an AoE knock. You've got AoE interrupt, all fairly on low cooldown. You've got, Wave of Mutilation is a great skill. Reduces their initiative and weapon skill, so you can nullify a front line. We've mentioned the AoE knock ad nauseam. Obviously, the channel is Wrecking Ball. There's no build up. You can immediately go into your huge damage right away.
Did you just mispronounce ad nauseam?
Did I? What did I say?
Ad nauseam.
Yeah. I'm trying.
Are you? I mean, you do speak French.
That'll be
what
my
is
excuse.
ad nauseam?
That'll be my excuse.
Okay. No, you're good.
This
is
Latin,
you're
and
good.
I definitely mispronounced it. Lots of, like in Monstro, you've got sustain, self-healing. It's very strong, and for sure, like every good warband, every good organized warband needs a Marauder.
At least one.
Ease of use, I think it's easy to get into.
Yeah.
You've got a few skills, and as you figure out the skill order and start messing around, but like it's easier to survive as Marauder. You're not a tank. We said that in the DPS episode.
Even though some of them think they are.
And act like they are, and then.
So okay, it also checks all the boxes. Okay.
It does.
It's easy to play. The best Marauders on the server are insane. So it does have that skill ceiling. It's a little bit higher if you want to start getting into stance dancing. You don't have to, but it does increase the skill ceiling. The impact is huge. What it brings to the table is you cannot skip out on having one Marauder. You need one Marauder in your group. And the utility it brings is, like you said, it's the utility king. It easily is going to, unfortunately, go for me in the S tier. I did say that it's going to be, we're not going to have any more Chaos in S tier, but I completely forgot about Marauder.
Yeah, Marauders S tier, no doubt, no doubt. The only thing we could knock some points off of it for is the kill potential.
Yeah, but like I said, just because I said killing potential is part of utility, it doesn't mean it's the only part of their utility. It still
brings so
does
much.
have kill potential. It's just not going to be as highly rated as, the top DPS.
Yeah, yeah, and it just brings an amazing M3. Yeah, I think Marauder is S tier. S tier, absolutely S tier. Good Marauder is going to make a huge difference.
You always want one. Okay.
You always want one.
Marauder was easy.
Marauder was so easy. Another personal favorite. I do
not have a Sorc. It's another one of the ones that I do not have.
Ease of use, skill ceiling. We start with those. Ease of use, squishy AF. Squishy AF. And you're hurting yourself just for fun.
If you thought Choppa was squishy, go play a Sorc. You'll just kill yourself. I've seen it.
All the time.
It's so fun, or funny. I've never played one. It's funny to see, but yeah. It is not
funny to me.
It's probably easy to play as long as you don't kill yourself, and therein lies the problem.
That's the whole kit and caboodle there. Super fun, huge damage output. Definitely
your builder and spender is your health. I'm sorry. As long as you can keep your health up, you just okay. Sorry, I had to throw that out there.
I mean, healers love this one class. Click to find out what it is. It's Sorc.
Because it boosts their numbers.
Look at them boost their numbers.
Contributions.
What does it actually have aside from very few clothes? If you're,
it has insane
people
burst
who play a male
AOE
sorcerer.
Damage. I've seen
insane. There's a build up. There's group buffs. 2 group buffs that are excellent. That squeeze out some more corporal damage. AoE silence at a distance, massive, dangerous. Damage layering with ice spikes. And one of the only classes that builds crit and crit damage. So very dangerous in crit situation. Marauder, but it not within it. Sorry, I should have been clear. Within its core mechanics, dark magic, elevating your dark magic builds your. You're absolutely right that yes, I think that is the way for Marauders to get that kill damage is to be able to build and know exactly what they need. So very good comment. Sorc, massive M2 in Shatter, massive. Debuffs, for the most part, we can leave those behind. AoE silence is its utility, but AoE burst and massive damage is where it's at. Disastrous Cascade, Surging Pain, get it?
That's what I should name my Sorc.
Oh my god, yes.
Surging.
Surging Pain. That would be, I think we've got it. I think it takes a lot of renown to get to your full build and have Impending Doom. Impending Doom is important because it builds 40 dark magic. It becomes one of your core building abilities. But squishy, easy to kill at first.
Super squishy.
It does not have any movement abilities or anything like that, so highly dependent on a strong Black Orc to get it into position with Wiesbigger and keep it there. Very strong career, I think. On the mirror side, Bright Wiz is probably a little stronger.
It definitely feels like it when you're getting bombarded with a Bright Wizard, but
it's one of my favorite classes. But I can't believe I'm heading towards B.
Oh, I was gonna say A.
Hey, I'm heading like.
You're the
I
you're
think
the
the
you're
group
the
buffs might.
expert here.
The group buffs might bring it to A, because that's just easy utility. But the squishiness,
Knocks it
healers will
down.
love you.
Knocks it down a tad.
Squishiness knocks it down.
All right.
And building, like, it'll take you a while to be, especially in a very aggressive, very quick warband. Like, sure, if you're going front to back all the time, it's fine.
I always go front.
But if you're trying to, like, hey, you're T-boning some other warband you're attacking, you got to get to 100 dark magic fast. It's hard at first. It's really hard at first if you don't have access to impending doom. B tier, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm mad at myself. I'm gonna yell at myself in the comments.
All right, the best class in the game.
That's 100%.
Squig Herder. Just kidding. Squig Herder. So before playing this game, some of you have heard, I've never played. I don't care for DPS. I find DPS boring. I find it to be lacking the type of utility that I like to bring to the group play. And I said previously, whenever I did PvP in World of Warcraft, I preferred Feral Druid. But I like to tank. I like the utility that tanks bring. So before playing this game, I never really played DPS. Squig Herder changed my mind, because it is absolutely fun to play no matter which spec you choose to go with. All three trees are fun in their own right. That being said, range Squig Herder is garbage tier for a warband.
Warband, because exploding arrows, you're only AoE.
It's the only thing, and it's got a long cooldown for such a small damage, and it applies the damage after a few seconds. You hit somebody with it, and then a couple seconds later it explodes. All it does is build morale for the other team. It doesn't do anything. You can use it to dismount players. That's what I use it for when I'm chasing somebody. But if we're going to be doing range Squig Herder, I would put range Squig Herder in D tier. If there was an F tier, I'd put it there. Absolute worst spec in the game for a
warband.
Warband. Its only saving grace is melee Squig Herder. A melee Squig Herder has, and in a previous episode, I said it has uncapped AoE. What I meant by that was it has full 360 degree AoE.
360
it still has the 24 target limit that everybody has, but it's full 360 degrees. Most classes do not have that. So, and it's a very big range as well. And they can tactic for even more range. So they can hit even more people, as long as it's not over 24 players. So they bring a lot of mobility. They bring a very low skill floor, that is very easy to play. The skill ceiling is not as high, at least not for a melee Squig Herder. There are certain tricks that you can pull out by whenever you pop out of your melee form, you can knock players back. It does have an AoE knockback that's very potent if used correctly. I get myself killed all of the time doing it, but it's incredibly fun to get the entire warband thrown into your warband. And while people are punted, they don't have any defenses, so they're getting hit even harder. It's just, there are tricks that it brings that make the skill ceiling a little bit higher than you would think. The impact that it brings is it's its killing potential. I mean, it has a spec in its middle tree for being able to pave the way through a warband that just knocks everybody away, so you can get into a fight and clear out a path for everybody to push in. I don't know if anybody else has anything like that. If utilized correctly and not as a movement speed ability, it can be a really good opener. It doesn't really bring much utility. It does have. It does have. Okay, it does have a heal cut. So if your warband is targeting healers, you can easily pick up the heal cut from your quick path of quick shooting tree, and single target heal cut, 50%, and it's spammable, and it does quite a bit of damage. And yes, like he said, bad gas. Bad gas does corporeal damage, which is great.
It's hard to be out of position on a squig armor.
It's impossible to be out of position with a Squig Herder because you have so much mobility. You can jump in, you can jump back, you can use your knockback run skill to get everybody out of your way, which is also a problem. If you're playing a Squig Herder, make sure you also have guard pack, because you're gonna be out of position for your guard 99% of the time if you're not careful.
Don't use all that mobility to run away from your guard.
It's like a ping pong ball. They can get in and out of fights really quickly and easily. They're very good engagers. And they're not as squishy as some, because they have tactics that allow them to benefit more from armor. So they almost have everything. I just feel like the only part that they're really missing is in the utility area.
Yeah, but rule of cool as well. Like,
right.
It's just such a cool and beloved class. Like for the right reasons too. It's so much fun. It's greenskins. I think if I were to play devil's advocate, the only thing I could say around the pounce is that if you don't understand positioning just yet, you could use that to get yourself into some serious trouble.
Yes. You can use it for good, and you can use it to get yourself killed. So, but I'm going to round off the Squig Herder by saying melee Squig Herder is A tier.
I'll agree with you. In my heart, it's S tier.
Absolutely, but
on the criteria that we've defined. The criteria we've defined.
I think the only place that it's lacking is true utility. It has utility. It's just if you are missing a Squig Herder in your warband, can you still survive? And I think the answer to that is yes. So,
but no build up for the DPS. You can start doing your max damage.
You can big bouncing immediately.
One of the best synergies with the Blackguard.
Absolutely.
Doesn't necessarily need a Black Orc because of those amazing movement abilities, right? Like, this is why, again, in my heart, it's definitely S tier. But we're talking
I would love to put it in S tier.
Learning this, and
I would love to put it in S tier. And there are probably a lot of Squig Herders that are going to come after me for this.
Right. I mean, you get big bouncing at 29. You don't have to spec. You get big bouncing. You can have bad gas before that. Actually, it makes me think Choppa, because Bring It On is only CR 40, and that's a disadvantage. It's like, I don't like it when you get a very important ability so late in the career.
I mean, I agree, but I don't feel like level really has a place in this tier list.
Yeah, that's fair. We would not, aside from ease of use and how easy it is to get into, that wasn't part of it. Yes, we are considering this at CR 40. I'm just yapping here, you know.
That's what we've been doing for the last hour and a half. So,
yeah.
Last
The
one.
last few weeks as well, right?
Yeah, right. All right, guys. Last
yeah,
one.
let's go ahead and put the last one in
The
F
Magussi.
tier, Z tier.
It does
What's the
bring
lowest?
some. So I think that it's as far as a warband spec goes, it's very easy to play. Unless you are Rift Magus, then it does take a while to learn the positioning. So its skill ceiling is a little bit higher depending on the spec that you choose. You have to know how to CC your enemy before you rift them. So positioning is key. You have to be either leading the warband or right there with your warband leader, calling the shots with when you're going to be riftings. So that positioning does give it a higher skill ceiling. But I think like its core mechanic is not very difficult, so it's very easy to play. That isn't to say that there are some amazing Maguses out there, because there are, but it just depends on the spec.
Any Magus can rate themselves, or any Magussi can rate themselves on a scale of 1 to Tramadol.
Tramadol being top tier.
top tier, absolutely. Here's the thing. Okay, my trolling aside, because I don't actually think it's D tier or F tier or Z tier, but it has problems. Like, if you don't know what you're doing, you're feeding morals. AoE dot, that doesn't kill, that's morals. Pink mist, that's morals. Firestorm,
but
it doesn't go.
One of the criteria isn't not knowing how to play the class.
You're right. So ease of use, it requires a lot of damage layering, and those layers have to go off. Right? You have to get your, what is the purple mist called? Dissolving mist?
I don't know. It's not something that should just be placed down all willy-nilly.
Never. Please. Oh my. So quick thing. Like, we had a keep that we were trying to keep. Yeah,
I heard it too.
Speak English good. We were trying to defend a keep, to be more precise. And we managed to stop the first wave, but it really sucked because, we had to go down, go to the main door. Our morals now, like, the door's below 50, we can't pop out and just try to keep morals. You don't want to feed them anything. So the door's open, we're cold. We say cold for no morals, right? They push right away, and I see tank M4s going off, and I'm like, oh god. That was a hard defense. We ended up losing it in the end, but it wasn't that first push that did us in. But that's 100% Magassi.
It was because of the AoE that is not doing anything. It's not padding your numbers because it doesn't do enough damage by itself to do anything. And it doesn't... You keep your morals up, but you're one person. Versus how many people did you just give morals to?
Yeah. What does it bring? Group armor buff. Not a bad thing to have. When they reworked armor potions and everything, that got a nice little boost for Magus.
AP pump.
AP pump.
The best
Rift
AP
is
pump
an
in the
amazing
game.
utility.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It is. It does require a lot of coordination, though.
And you have to build for it, right? So it's not free. You don't just get it for free. You have to build for it. So you're going to give up a lot of the damage potential there. But Rift, in certain situations, I would definitely pick Rift over the damage, utility over the damage, right? You have to build a ton
utility is what wins fights. And the only reason why I said damage can be utility is because it can help win fights if done at the correct time, place, properly, yada yada yada. Yeah. But throwing down your purple mist, doesn't win fights. It does win fights. It just doesn't win fights for you. It wins fights for your enemy.
It does win fights for the
just not for you.
All
right,
so true.
Man.
I think the build comes together fairly quickly, but you do, like I said, you need some gear, you need some crit, you need to be able to layer that damage. So you need to have a strong understanding of your priorities, what you can get. firestorm and the mist go down on the ground, you need to know where the fight is going to go, where it's going to try and stay.
It
Those
all
are
comes
hard
down to
things to
positioning.
predict, as always. Right? So I think that it struggles in those areas. It does bring a decent amount to the group. But because of the pitfalls, because of some of the problems, I would put it in high C tier.
Ooh, I think that's too
Yes.
low.
Too low. Okay.
I was gonna
B?
put it in B.
B?
Yeah, that's where I
I
would
said
have put
high
it.
C.
Not to be
but
confused with the drink.
no,
Sorry.
B it is. I
Low
do
B.
think that it's justified and for sure, you know, Maguses, Magi out there, don't discourage. You are very good. Just don't feed morals.
Right.
Please don't
That
do
just
that. Like,
that, and we've mentioned there are some amazing Magus out there. Just that you wouldn't want to play without if you had them in your warband. But we're gauging this off of what the class brings and what they can do for the warband.
yeah, I guess just understand that your damage is a damage of layers. And
Like
if you execute
an
those
orc
layers,
or an ogre.
an ogre, I know, yeah.
You're welcome.
So the potential's there, but like Rift can be a double-edged sword. Your damage can be a double-edged sword. But I guess that can hold true for anyone can go and feed morals. We're just I'm being memey just for funsies a little bit, but like be careful with that. Plenty of great magi that you can ask for advice on how to do things, why you do things, and even the great magi will sometimes, you know, like I'm not gonna lie, I get Choppa brain, I pop you're all bleeding on a few people. They're getting morals too. I'm no better than anyone else, you know. So I think, yeah, I think this makes sense. Without memeing on it, this is a good tier list. Our S tiers are Chosen, Zealot, Choppa, Marauder. 3 out of the 4 Chaos careers are S tier for us. This is based on our criteria. Again, in our hearts, many of these and most of these would be S tier when played by an amazing player.
I mean, I would put all of them in S tier. Thinking about some of the top tier players on Destro. Any of these in the right hands can be absolute godlike.
Invest in the career that you're playing. You know, I don't say this lightly when I say get good. It's a journey, and to me, it's been the greatest journey in ROR, in MMOs. I love that. Don't discourage. There's no such thing as a bad career, except for Magus. Joking.
No, they're just bad players, man.
No, yeah, exactly. And do what you can to make yourself into a great player, and that can happen. That can happen for all of you. Sometimes it needs mentoring, sometimes it needs practice, sometimes it needs help. I think that's one of the many reasons that we have this podcast, if I can editorialize for a second, is to help players grow and realize that there's just so much fun to be had in this game. You just gotta go out there and have fun.
Please.
It's as simple as that, right? I had a lot of fun doing this episode. Finally, that wraps us up. So this is it. This is the list. You've got it in front of you. It's objective, so nobody can argue any of the points clearly. But do like, comment, and subscribe. Remember, this was for Warband only. We're having a little fun with it, in case you couldn't tell in this episode. This is where we land, and just again, the point is, don't drop the career that you love. It's not a reason to do that. Just keep having fun, and play this game.
Yeah, and if you disagree with Mostly Bank, then let us know. Let us know in the comments. Tell us why you disagree with Bank. Tell us where he got it wrong and why. That's the whole point of the episode like this. Is just let us know.
If we get a Sorc named Serj Pain, I think we'll have achieved our goal. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. I've been loving interacting with the community in this way, in the comments and Discord and everything. So just please keep it coming. Let us know your thoughts. It's what we're after, really.
Yeah, for sure. Just spreading love of the game. And if you enjoyed the episode, like the video, subscribe, go argue about this with your warband. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
Yeah. And of course, we'll see you next time in next week on the Warcamp Broadcast.
Break the meta, play for fun. Catch you next time.